Hey guys, so although I am not the god of Vox just yet, um, I did rank for him recently and I've been using him a little bit more. Obviously, I had him at rank 2 for a while, but it made it easy for me to rank 3 him when I pulled a Cosmic Gem, and then I realized that this guy can do a little bit more than what I thought. So I just kind of wanted to go through, like, yeah, I haven't got like a full I guess, amount of time with him, I guess, so to speak. I don't know how to explain it, but I know this character already. Like, I know exactly what he can do and everything like that without even reading his abilities or anything like that anymore. But I'll just tell you straight up. So, he's pretty simple, which is why I like him. Another thing, I like the simple champs now more than some of the more convoluted ones. He's basic. I mean, you punch the enemy, you get buffs. Um, the downside, I'll tell you right now, is that if you're going to get nullified or you can't um, get your buff somehow, then you just don't want to use him in that case because he actually takes damage from being nullified. So yeah, you don't want to do that. You can fight people with Purify, but it's not ideal. You can still get your buffs and stuff like that, but most of his damage is going to come from his degen, which I think a lot of people are still not realizing. But yeah, his damage comes, majority of it comes from his regen. So the longer you can keep it active, the better it's going to be. The most important thing, though, and the reason why I ranked him is because of the damage, but also because he has the ability to bypass bullshit, aka auto block. Um, and if any of you guys have been facing arcade or I don't know Medusa, I guess, just any auto block in general. There's a few of them out there like Modoc or something. Fuck, I don't know. Shocker does it, I think. When you try to special him, sometimes I don't know. There's just auto block all over the place. It's shit's annoying. He just goes right past it. He doesn't give a shit about no auto block. Once you throw his L1, they can't auto block anymore. Um, his buffs also do have 300% ability accuracy, so there's zero chance that a person's going to be able to take them off without a nullify or for them not to trigger. There will be no domino crap going on where she, crit fails him every time he tries to hit her or something. At least that's how it should be. I'm not going to say that's for sure. I haven't tested it, but the man clearly says right here 300% ability accuracy, and they last indefinitely. Just like it says, it can be nullified, and he'll take a burst of a shitload of damage. I did not know it was that much, but since I ranked him up, it went up a lot. It was like at 1,000 before, now it's at 6,000. So you're just gonna die if you get even like 10 of them. You're out of there, I think. But yeah, or I guess 20. 20 would kill you somewhere around there. Anyway, so he's very simple. Like I said, you just throw his special one mostly. You can mix the two in there to extend the duration of his degens. And basically, every time you throw your special, while you're hitting them, you gain buffs. And then when you throw the special, it turns the buffs into degens. Which, as far as I know, nobody's immune to degen. So yeah, very good. The longer that they stay active, they get stronger. So the longer that you can keep them active, the better. There are ways to do that. I believe so. He increases the damage by just hitting them, which I believe his scythe hits are his mediums. Oh shit! It's even more than his mediums. Okay, so yeah, just full comboing them when the degens are active. So when the degens are not active, you want to do like medium, light, medium. You don't have to do that, but it would be ideal. And then when you're not, when the degens are active, you just go full combo. One thing I gotta mention now because it's really important. He does also have the ability to not go backwards, which is great. So he can still evade. I didn't fully understand this when I first quickly glanced over him, but instead of doing all this funny shit that you see people doing, and even I have to do it myself sometimes to stay close to the opponent, he does it naturally. He just doesn't back up. He'll evade stuff, but he won't back up. So if you can become really good at doing that and learn the matches where it's gonna do the best, like obviously some champs. I'm just gonna use her as an example, but you're obviously never gonna fight a tiger with him. But just the length of her special attacks, like I don't know if you're gonna want to turn it off for champions like that. There's a plane going over. Sorry guys, I live close to O'Hare now, so it's pretty loud. Um, but yeah, it's like he's just insane though. Like that's the only situation. But yeah, I was just gonna say that's one of I think he's the only champion in the game that can do this. So it's a really underrated ability, and I'm definitely gonna take advantage of it and put it in videos for you guys. And yeah, the synergies I have in there, he really doesn't have any good synergies. His synergies are absolute dog shit. I can't even think here. I'll just show them to you. You can make up your own mind. But yeah, I mean, his synergies are dog shit. So it looks like his one right here. For each inhuman he's defeated over the course of the quest, they start a fight with a. He starts a fight with an intensify. Okay, so just to let you know, he can gain intensifies quickly as hell, and he gets up to 30 of them. So one extra, not really gonna help you when fighting against synergy champions. So specifically the Thors, he receives 10% less damage from hits involving hammers. Useless. Loses an additional 5% health from the double edge, but he gets 10% more attack rating. So if you're big like a crutch of suicides, this may be helpful to you. He does have a little weird thing where he can increase the duration of sleeps on himself, but then he gets an enormous fury after it, so that could be pretty good because he'll just turn it into a corrupted one, and then yeah, he's gonna hit really friggin' hard after that. I can imagine there could be situations where you would intentionally let him sleep you, and then just absolutely take a piss on them, like. But yeah, and then he has one with 20% attack when fighting Avengers. Whatever. It's garbage. In my opinion, the best ones are the ones I have in right now. There is one with Serpent where I don't know if it affects him, but it gives Serpent a 500 rating cruelty buff when they're against the wall and you're hitting into their block. And it lasts for like, I don't know, 6 or 12 seconds or something like that. I'm pretty sure it's 6. But yeah, I'm also, just so you know, I'm not very great at fighting this champion right here. I'm not gonna lie to you, she's fucking annoying. But another good thing is tech champions cannot affect his power gain in any way. He's immune to drain, burn, all that shit. He's immune to poison, burn, drain, lock, everything. He can get precisions when he does dex. They don't have a stack limit, but they do fall off when you're attacking. So, yeah, that's a quick way if you want to build up buffs when you start the fight. You can just sit there and evade a lot of times. You can use his not back down thing and just kind of evade a lot. Or you can just fight normally and evade a lot if you're not comfortable using the no back down, because it is kind of a thing you'd have to get used to. The best relic for him by far is the Thor relic. So whenever you throw your relic, you're going to get an aptitude, which is going to increase the potency of his buffs 16%, which is insane for 6 seconds. I don't know if I think he turns it into a passive, but I could be wrong. The first time an indefinite Fury Precision Armor up are gained, he gets an aptitude. So this is just more aptitude for him. It just gets insane, and then he gets he gets intensifies. The aptitudes are extra, but yeah, he gets intensifies, and then when he gets Fury, he gets Vigor, which increases all the damage he deals by a certain by a percentage for 6 seconds. When he gains one, he replaces it with the Vigor passive with a Vigor buff, increasing the damage again. It just gets gross. You get Fury Potency, you get 5%, and then Precision. And this is a rank 1, by the way. I haven't ranked them up yet. I am definitely going to rank up the Striker Thor. But yeah, as far as I know, these interactions should work with him, though I could be wrong. I never noticed he had, like, wings. Suppose I never really took a good look at him like that. It's pretty cool, though. I like his sight, too. It was just weird. It looks like a friggin' tree branch or something. Yeah, this guy's weird. But yeah, I don't know why I have the cruelty. I'd probably, if I can do this over, I'd probably put, I don't know, maybe special damage or block proficiency just to keep him alive longer. I'm not sure if he'd even need it, but yeah, I don't think the crit, I don't know if you're going to really need it when you're stacking a billion of them. But yeah, here, I'll show you guys what it looks like. Normally in this fight, what I did was I just would knock them down. I used like someone with a lot of buffs, and I would just heavy attack. And I would knock the Scourge charges off. I did not go for the Eradicate. This is Act 9.2.1. It's the only one I could find that has auto block. So yeah. So when I throw my L3, which is not ideal for him, by the way, in a normal fight, but we'll do it anyway. We might do it anyway. We may not have to. They'll probably die long before I would get an L3, but yeah, we'll see. But if you do, you eradicate them for 300% of your attack. In my opinion, Mr. Fantastic's going to go great with him. He's going to increase his debuffs, the damage, the potency, and the, what's it called? I thought it was both. Potency, reduce, and then increase your potency. So it's only the potency. I don't know why I thought it was duration, but yeah. Only the potency, and then I have Captain One Pump here. He gives him 30% duration on buffs, which isn't going to help him much, but as far as I know, there is a way to pause. So basically, you want to keep that degen up as long as possible, and there are ways to pause it. So fighting unblockable or unstoppable opponents are the best way to do it. So you can also hit their block as well. You can just go in and hit their block. But yeah, whenever they get unstoppable or unblockable, it pauses for a second. I don't see any kind of cooldown. So yeah, as far as I know, you just like hit into them. You can get the damage by hitting into them to increase by a percentage, or you can just hit into their block. I'm not sure, honestly. I think hitting into their block might actually be better, but I could be wrong. I mean, that increase is going to go like, it's going to go up by like 5% for every combo, so I don't know. I guess it's arguable. Maybe like some mathematician can sit down and figure that out. But I'm going to assume, just off the top of my head, hitting into the block to keep it active longer would be the ideal thing to do. So yeah, here's the stuff on his copied buffs, the numbers and stuff like that. They're not very high, but they stack to 10. Except Intensify, which stacks to 30. Don't know where it says that. And yeah, his Undermine is the buff that you really want to get past the auto block. He gets that on the L1. Where does it say it exactly? Does it not say it, or am I stupid? Oh, there it is. Yeah, so when he activates it, Undermine, boom, gone. So, and as soon as he activates it, it will be a normal buff, and then it'll turn into a corrupted, which has the same effect. He also can bypass miss. So yeah, there's his L3, by the way. Yeah, pretty good stuff. But yeah, these two right here are the most important to me, the Undermine and the Vigilance. getting rid of all the garbage that you have to deal with is definitely ideal. In the beginning, you'll just have to block and stuff like that. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll go ahead and do a couple fights. This first one's probably not going to go very well just because I'm not the greatest at fighting her. But yeah, we'll get it done. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will mute it so you guys can hear the sound. And yeah, hopefully you guys like them too. If you have any questions or anything, or you guys have any good ideas where to use them, or how you like to use them, just let me know.